Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, formed out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior YAHANNA, and we are the home of the truth. This is the I.S.U.P.K Houston Sabbath service. In this particular class, what we do is we go over the Hebrew and the English, and we give you full circle understanding of the scriptures. Something that you will not get in the Christian church, something that you will not get anywhere outside of the I.S.U.P.K, because outside of the I.S.U.P.K there is no truth. You understand me? So with that being said, we'll start as we start every service out with our prayers. I'm gonna start by saying a mighty stand. All right. Imagine Wapanya Hakwadar, Sar, which means to turn.
Gonna do the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
I.S.U.P.K.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakutka.
Malakutka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Watazaka.
Watzaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
I.S.H.A.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Natalanawa.
Natalanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakhlanawa.
Wasalaklanawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Kabawaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabawakinawa.
Kabawayinawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabi'anawa.
Tabi'anawa.
Manasayawan.
Manasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashayanawa.
Hawashaynawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahatapara.
Wahatara.
Awalamim.
Awalamim. Aman. In the English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth,
As
as it is in heaven.
it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily
our
bread.
daily bread.
And forgive us our debts,
And forgive us our
as
debts.
we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not into temptation.
but deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom.
and the power, and the
and
glory,
the power and the glory.
forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. Hakah, the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahweh Shah.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Babakashah.
Babakashah.
Natalalawa.
Natalanawa.
Hakah.
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 Larapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Kal Makalah.
Kal Magalah.
Wakal Madawa.
Wakal Madawa.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Atahar.
Batahar.
Hamatazariah.
Hamatazariah.
Hakah.
Hakah.
Lahakwayam.
Lahakuyam.
Hamatiyam.
Hamatiyam.
Hakah.
Hakah.
El Rakawa.
El Rakawah.
Hatamala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Bahashim Yahweh
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahweh.
please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
and all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of
In
Yahushua,
the name of Yahweh.
thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ad.
Asha'ad.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharya.
Al-Haharya.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ashah.
Ashah.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawatz.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Anah.
Anah.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayishan.
Yayishan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tzalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashemah.
Hashemash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalra.
Makalra.
Yashamar.
Yashmar.
Atnapashka.
Atnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'atka.
Taza'athka,
Wabawaka,
Wabawaka,
Ma'aita,
Ma'aita,
Wa'aid Awalam.
Wa'ad Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in.
from this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al Damayalaka,
Al Damyalaka,
Al Takarash,
Al Thakarash,
Wa Al Tashakwat,
Wa Al Tashakwat,
All,
All
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Our Yakabika,
Our Yabika,
Our Yabika,
Our Yabika,
Yahama Yawan,
Yama Yawan,
Wa Mashanayaka,
Wa Mashanayaka,
Nasha Awa,
Nasha Awa,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Amaka,
Al Amaka,
Ya'ira Yamwa,
Ya'ira Yamwa,
Sawad,
Sawad,
Wayataza Aitazawa,
Wayata Ya'itazawa,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakak Yadam,
Wanakakidam,
Magawa,
Magaya,
Salaki, Magaya,
Magaya,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Iwad,
Iwad,
Kaya,
Kaya,
now what Aitazawa,
Now Aitazawa,
La,
La,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyaka,
Alika,
Baryat,
Baryat,
Yakaratwa,
Yakarathwa,
Alahaya,
Ahalya,
or Salaki, Ahalya,
Ahalya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wa Yashma'ai Aliyaham,
Wayashma'ai Alayaham,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagaria,
Wahagarya,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa Amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Wa Amalak,
Wa'amalak,
Kalashat,
Palashat,
I'm Yashabia,
I'm Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gum Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Dalawa,
Lanawat,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Laban Yalawat,
Laban Yalawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Asha'a,
Asha'a,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadia,
Kamadian,
Kasaya Sara'a,
Kasayasa Ra'a,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Kwayashwan,
Kayashwan,
Shayatamu,
Nashamadu,
Salakia, Nashamadya,
Nashamadu,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
but Ayanda Ara,
Ayanda Ara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La Adama,
La Adama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nadayamawa,
Nadayamawa,
Ka'ira,
Ka'ara,
Wakazaba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabat,
Wakatazalamana,
Wakazalamanai,
Kal Nasa Yakamwa,
Karnasa Yakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ata,
Ata,
Na'awa,
Nawa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagagala,
Kagagala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanyaraka,
Lapanyaraka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Saba Ira Yaira,
Laba Ira Yaira,
Wakala Haba,
Wakala Haba,
Wabasa Wapaka,
Dalahat,
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 Haryam,
Haryam,
Kantaradatma,
Kanta Radatma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa Wapaka,
Wabasa Wapaka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Malaha,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Palam,
Qualawan,
Palawan,
Qualawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Wayabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayada Iwa,
Wayabahawa,
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 Ai,
Idi,
Wayakaparwa,
Yakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayada Iwa,
Wayada Iwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Ata,
Ata,
Shamka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Al Kaha Rataza,
Al Kaha Rataza. In the English, Psalms 83. Keep not thy silence,
keep not thy silence,
O power.
O power,
Hold not thy peace,
hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
and be not still,
O power.
O power,
For lo,
for lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head. said,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
they have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
that the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together with one
For
consent.
they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarine,
and the Hagarine,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the
with
Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also is joined with them.
Assur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah.
Selah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to
at
Jabin,
the brook of
at the
Kison,
brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They become as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
and like Zeed.
and like Zed.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Zabah,
all their princes as Sabbath,
and as Amunah,
and as Ammon,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
let us take it to ourselves,
the house of the power
the house of the
in
power,
possession.
in possession.
O my power,
Oh my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble for the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
the flame sets the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy sins,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that they may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the
art
earth.
the most high over all the earth.
That Sar and Yeshab. Late 40s. Almost out of there. You know what I'm saying? 46, man. 46. What's the last one? The next show. That's the stain. I know. Got you. All right. Shalom, Israel. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. What am back at it, huh? All right, yeah. So just so y'all know, in the Sabbath service, what we do is go over the Hebrew and the English. We break them down, give you full circle understandings of the scriptures based off of the Hebrew and the English. Something that you will not ever get outside of I.S.U.P.K. You most definitely won't get in the Christian church. You understand me? We do this so that you can get a full understanding of the scriptures, because your whole entire career in the Christian church, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't a lifestyle, it was a career. Because you was like y'all go there and y'all. Matter of fact, it was the opposite career, because you go there and you pay them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You go there and you pay them and you don't get nothing out the deal. You know what I'm saying? Here, you come here, you get this word, you get this truth, you get this life. You understand me? That being said, turn your scriptures. Oh,
if I may, be misinformed.
oh yeah. Let's not forget that.
Be totally strayed away from who the Most High is, and you pay for it in the Christian church, and they not even open right now.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Like, good night. You supposed to serve the people. That's what the word ministry means, man.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But what Commander YAHANNA has established, right? Right. So if having a 501c3, right? If you know, that should let you know that we do different. You know what I'm saying? We actually use ours for what the Most High intended, just like the prophet Ezra got one. You see what I'm saying? Ezra was pretty much got a tax-free license. You see what I'm saying? From the oppressors that was oppressing the nation of Israel at that time. You see what I'm saying? The Lord does everything over again. There's nothing new under the sun, man. You see what I'm saying? He always provides Israel a ram in the bush, man. You know what I'm saying? So without that exemption, you see what I'm saying? We wouldn't be able to take donations, man.
Right.
You nuts. Go back and read the law. right? So that we can and we still operate within the freedom of being free men, man, and only taking care of our people even in the midst of a world pandemic, man.
Right.
The Commander General YAHANNA keeps these doors open to feed Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, not only physically, not only clothe their back, right? Not only provide shelter, man, but feed them the one true thing, that blueprint, man, that can bring us together back as a people to put the rulership, the axis of rulership back right in the earth, man. You understand what I'm saying? So the animals ain't gotta cry out who the devil is, man.
Right.
It's like you, sir.
Kick down the door. Most High Christ. Get that brother a hand. That's brother and officer Shawn Apostle, you know what I'm saying? Kicking down the door. You know what I'm saying? That's how my brother do.
Right.
You feel me? I wouldn't expect nothing less than greatness from any of my brothers. You understand me? And that's what Commander General raises. He raises strong, good leaders of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will soon find out. You know what I'm saying? That being said, we're gonna be starting today at Genesis chapter 46. You understand me? We're gonna go over the Hebrew first, then the English. And we're gonna break it down just so y'all can get a full understanding yet again. What was it?
The water.
This is the book of Genesis. Book of Genesis, chapter 46, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Yasai, Yashala, Wakal, Ashar, Lawa, Wayaba, Wayaba'a, Ba'ara, Shabai, Wayazabach, Zabachium, La Alahaya, Abiyawa, Yatazak, or Yatazak. Verse 2 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Alahayim La Yashra'ala Bamar Ra'ah, Bamar Ra'ah Ha Layal Hayala Halayala Halayala Waya Amar Yaiqua Waya Amar Hananiah. Verse 3 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Anakia, Anakaya, Ha Allah, Alahaya, Abayak, All, Sayara, Marada, Matazariah, Matazariah, Kaya, Lagayawa, Lagaya, Gadawal, Ashayamak, Sham. Verse 4, Anakaya, Arad, Imak, Matazariam, Anakaya, Ilak, Gum, Ila, YAHANNA, Yeshayat, Yadawa, Il, Ayanayak, verse 5 in the Hebrew, Wayaquam, Yaiquab, Maba'ar, Shabai, Wayasha'awa, Banya, Yasha'ala, Atha, Yaiquab, Abiyahum, Wa'atha, Tapam, Wa'atha, Neshayahum, but I Galawath, Ashar, Shalach, Parai, Lasha'ath, Athawa. Verse 6 in the Hebrew, Wayaquakawa, Atha, Makwanayahum, Wa'atha, Rakawasham, Rakawasham, Ashar, Rakashawa, Barataza, Kana'ain,
Good night.
Ibawa, Yaba'awa, Matazariam, Yaiquab, Wakal, Zaraiwa, Athawa. Verse 7. Banyawa, Wabanya, Banyawa, Athawa, Banathiawa, oh, that's the next one. Wabanathia. Oh, I thought you was telling me the other one. Wabanawat, Banyawa, Wakal, Zaraiwa, Habayawa, Athawa, Montezariah, punctuation. Verse 8. Salakia. Wa Allah, Shemawat, Banya, Yasha'ala, Haba Ayam, Montezariah, Yaiquab, Banyawa, Bakar, Yaiquab, Ra'aban, Wabanyawa, Wabanya, Ra'awaban, Hanawak, Palawa, Hatazaryawan, Karamaya, or Karamya, Wabanya, Shemayawan, Yamawal, 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 Mayan, Ahad, Wayakan, Wayakayan, Watazakar, Washa'awal, Washa'awal, Bun, Washa'awal, Bun, Kana, Kana'ain, 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 It's the book of Genesis, chapter 46, verse 1 in the English. And Israel took his journey with all he had and came to Beersheba.
All right, so look, let's give y'all a recap. So Joseph had revealed himself to his brothers, and he had told his brothers, all right, this was gonna happen. You're gonna go back to go pick up daddy. You know what I'm saying? Tell daddy, hey, bring everything out here. We're gonna have you a land called Goshen. We're gonna put you in Goshen. And you're gonna be able to flourish here, because the Lord sent me over here. Y'all, your whole time y'all thinking that y'all sold me, but the Lord sent me here so that I can help y'all in this time of famine. The Lord first saw something that you didn't see. You know what I'm saying? So Pharaoh backdoored him. You know what I'm saying? Without even talking to him, Pharaoh backdoored him, seeing that his brothers had came through, or seeing that he had realized that those were his brothers. Well, he had made the announcement that those were his brothers. You know what I'm saying? And had doubled down on what Joseph had said, saying, "Bring your people to Egypt, and we're gonna take care of y'all." You understand me? Send them some chariots or some carriages. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that for understanding's sake. You know what I'm saying? So that they can go pick the brother up. You know what I'm saying? And bring him back to Egypt. That's something.
So like, real quick, if I may, I mean, that should go to show you, like, heathens don't want bless a nigga's game like that, brother, unless you have done something miraculous for them. You understand? So I mean, let's understand what the Lord has done through Joseph, bro. Right? You know what I'm saying? Interpreted dreams, bruh. And then not only interpreted the dream, but put the plan into action, just on how to save not only Egypt, but all the nations around about it, brother. Right. And the whole time made Egypt, started Egypt to be the wealthiest nation in the earth behind it. You see what I'm saying? All because of the wisdom of Most High, brother. It's a lot.
And to double down on that, all because of the wisdom of Most High using his people.
Right.
His chosen people.
Right.
You understand me? Because that's how you understand how the Most High used us to change this whole world.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? To change this whole earth, turn it back around to
That's
where it's
right.
supposed to be. You understand me? Just like how the Most High used Joseph to turn Egypt back to where it was supposed to be.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Or back into prosperity.
That's right.
You understand me? So he sent him out to go get his father, and right now what we've made it to is his father understanding. Well, they made it back to his father, and now his father is trying to, you know what I'm saying, deal with the understanding of what's going on. You understand? So start over back again at 46 and 1.
Come on, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And Israel took his journey with all that he had and came to Beersheba and offered sacrifices unto the power of his father Isaac.
So Israel took his journey. I mean, you know what I'm saying, he went out with everything that he had, like he was supposed to. Well, like they suggested that he do. You know what I'm saying? They come to Egypt. He stopped at Beersheba. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just so y'all understand, y'all remember Beersheba was Salakia.
Stop for somebody. Then they set up a.
Yeah, that's That's what Abraham.
That's right.
That's what Abraham and
Set up the tabernacle.
set it up with Hagar.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? In the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Whole point of this is being, you know what I'm saying? The brothers understood where he was. You know what I'm saying? His grandfather. Excuse me, that wasn't his grandfather. His father. You know what I'm saying? That was his grandfather. His grandfather had set up all these different places to where they could come back and give sacrifices to the Most High. You understand me? He understood this and he understood what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Based off of what was going on at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? He understood that he had to give sacrifice and give honor to the power of his father. You understand me? So give me 1 second. Let me go back. So So he made sacrifices to the power of his father, Isaac. You know what I'm saying? That's what the scriptures say. You feel me? Because he, as I stated just a few seconds ago, he understood where the power was. And he understood where the blessings were coming from. He understood who he needed to show homage to, pay homage to. You understand me? Keep on.
Come. Verse 2. And the power spoke unto Israel in the visions of the night and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here am I.
So the Most High speaking to the Most High spoke to our ancestors.
Right.
You understand me? Just so y'all know, the Most High been with our people forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Been with our people forever. You feel me? The Most High don't speak to no heathen. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. The Most High ain't giving no blessings to no heathen in the form of how he giving it to us. You feel me? He ain't talking to the heathen like he talking to us. He talked to us, he let us know what we need to be doing, the right thing. If he ever talked to the heathen, he was telling the heathen, you better not mess with my people.
That's right.
You understand me? So keep on.
Come, sir. Verse 3.
And if I may, real quick, this is the thing. That's the same way Abraham answered the Lord.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Here am I. You understand? Like, to be able to, this is why I had to tell this brother this morning, brother, to be able to even come across this truth, man. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to get into the army of the Lord, man, where you can learn the truth about your culture, man, to where you can truly learn how to set your household in order, man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, few men find it the path, brother. You see what I'm saying? To be able to understand what it means when your ancestor, your forefathers say, you know, hear the voice of the Most High, brother, and respond to the Lord, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, this book is beautiful, bro.
Damn right. It also, it's lucky. You absolutely correct. It also shows the importance of fatherhood. You understand me? It shows the importance of being a father and teaching your sons what you should do in certain situations. You understand me? Like, people like to talk down on the Bible, but they don't never like to explain how much of a and you know, not to overuse this word, but a blueprint it is for all of life. You understand me? Not only the spiritual part of life, you know what I'm saying? Not only the rules in life, but just mimicking the actions of our ancestors and how they taught their sons, and how you don't even have to understand that they don't really have to say that they taught their sons, because you see it in the actions of their sons.
Right.
That when the grandfather did something, the grandson did that same exact thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Further letting you know that, you know what I'm saying, he was taught that some kind of way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He was taught that some way. He ain't just all of a sudden just think that, okay, well, let me just say it this way. And he said it the way his grandfather said it, because his grandfather taught his father and his father taught him.
Right.
You understand me? And this is true fatherhood. This is true leadership in families. This is how to be how to biblically be a head of a household. The only way you can do it, and the only way you can do it is reading the scriptures, and the only way you can read the scriptures and know how to do that is to be in the I.S.U.P.K and learn.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because in the I.S.U.P.K, we'll teach you how to be a good father. We teach you how to raise your son. You know what I'm saying? We teach you how to raise men. You understand me? And not only men that you bore yourself, but also other men. You know what I'm saying? You'll learn how to raise a man out of death,
Good night.
out of hell. You know what I'm saying? Into life.
Good
Yeah,
night.
See what I'm saying?
Raise the dead.
Raise the dead. Put the sinew on the bones.
Right.
You understand me? It's only certain ways that you can do that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't magic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it is the power of the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got some more.
Come on, sir.
We definitely got some more.
And he said, I am the power of your father. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make thee a great nation.
So the Most High, again, the Most High was with us from the jump start. You feel me? He was with Jacob, or he was with Israel. You understand me? Before he was even there. You know what I'm saying? He was with Israel because he was with Isaac. You know what I'm saying? He was with Isaac because he was with Abraham. You understand me? And he's with us because he was with them. You understand me? So just remember that. Always remember where you come from. You understand me? Remember the Lord is with you. You feel me? Remember that you don't have nothing to fear as long as the Lord is with you. Just like Jacob had nothing to fear because the Lord was with him. That's something?
I mean, like it's very, once again, it's the power of thy fathers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it makes it I'm the God of your progenitor.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I mean, Christianity, right? How can you just take a God of somebody's progenitor? You can't do that, man.
If I could.
Go ahead,
Real
sir.
quick.
Well, I'm done with it, really.
You gave me something though. You just gave me
You
something
can
though.
ride with it, sir. Take it with you.
The God of Christianity, that's the one that your fathers passed down to you, right?
Right.
And you ain't no dick squat in the Christian church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't know how to read the Bible. You was dilly-dallying with all sorts of men and women and not fulfilling your duties.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You was the God of the Christian fathers allows homosexuality in the church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It allows pedophilia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this stuff that is passed down. It's obviously passed down because, you know what I'm saying, the pastor molests a young brother, and then that young brother becomes the choir director, and you know what I'm saying, then he starts molesting young brothers in the choir.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? It's passed down the God of their father. You feel me? That's your father. Your daddy is the pastor who his daddy was the pastor who was doing that same thing to him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like, I mean, just make sure you got the right God and the right fathers. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for a real father who serves a real power, you know what I'm saying, come to I.S.U.P.K and Commander YAHANNA.
That's right.
I'm saying he's going to show you who the real father is and who's the real power is.
Right. And if I may, sir, like I talk to heathens. Like, I mean, I enjoy talking to heathens, especially heathens that believe Christ died for them. Right? So I say the Bible says to the God of your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right? So, and I asked them, do you know the God, is it recorded in your culture, the God that your forefathers worship? Because you speak the language of your forefathers. He's like, yeah, they worship pagan gods. So leave this Bible alone.
Right. Follow the gods of your fathers.
Do you see what I'm saying? You're dishonoring your ancestors. By trying to worship a God that a people have oppressed the earth with.
Right.
You disrespect and you dishonor your father. So let me and my people honor ours, right? And let us take back this culture that's in this Bible.
If I could,
go ahead.
If you feel so inclined,
right,
if you want to fall in line, then you need to honor us. Then
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't think you gonna shortcut your way in between us and our Father.
That's right.
And,
God
and,
damn.
and our power, you go right in, you fall right in line,
That's right.
Fall right into the queue. Get to the back of the line.
That's right.
You understand me? Because you got to come after my children's.
That's right, bro.
You ain't, and I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Your inheritance
You
is
know what I'm saying?
servitude.
Yeah, you don't just think you gonna just shortcut your way. I mean, that's what heathens. That's what heathens do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They like to shortcut their way into prosperity. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? We've had to work our backs, break our backs, blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying? Go through following the Most High in darkness and in light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We followed the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Our forefathers. You understand me? And the heathen likes to hijack that. It's like they like to hijack everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is something that a person of the world could understand. Y'all know that the heathen, when I say heathen, I mean the so-called, you know what I'm saying, I'll say the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, but the so-called white, the so-called Arab, the so-called African, you know what I'm saying? Anytime we get something, we make something, we create something, it somehow becomes hijacked by these other people.
Damn right.
You understand me? It's somehow, you know what I'm saying, we make something cool, we make something trendy, we make something popular, we make something worth. You know what I'm saying? Like all those words means that we put a worth behind something. You feel me? It means that we make something, we make dirt turn to gold. You understand me?
Right.
Anytime we do that, we get the gold hijacked from us.
Right.
Why? Because they've been doing this for the longest. You know what I'm saying? With these early Christian leaders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is the spirit of Christianity.
Right.
You understand me? This is why in I.S.U.P.K we try to rid that spirit of Christianity. This is why we attack Christianity, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not out here punching the Christians in the mouth. No. You know what I'm saying? But we are punching them in the mouth with what the scripture says. You know what I'm saying? Letting them know that if you are a heathen, you are not a part of us. If you are our brothers, then you're going in the wrong direction. You understand me? And this is what the I.S.U.P.K, this is our job. You feel me? This is why we are the essential workers here in the pandemic. You understand me? We have not stopped working. You feel me? We have not stopped classes. We have not stopped trying to get this truth out to the people and this life out to the people, because guess what? Death is around the corner.
Right.
You understand me? And if until you get your stuff together, you feel me, then you will succumb. You will fall short.
Right.
You understand me? So we got 4.
Yeah.
Verse 4.
Yeah, verse 4. Let's see where verse 4 takes us. Yeah. Verse 4 in the English. I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again, and Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes.
The Most High is breaking it down for Jacob, you know, for Israel. Jacob is Israel, for those who don't know. You know what I'm saying? He's breaking it down for him, letting him know what he has to, what he should expect out of this move. You understand me? And he's saying that he gonna bring them to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring them up. Because at this point he's at a lower state because they in a famine. You know what I'm saying? They gotta ask Egypt for, you know what I'm saying, for food and all this thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring you up again. You know what I'm saying? He gonna bring you to a point where you ain't gotta ask for no food. You feel me? He gonna bring you to a point where you gonna be Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Right. And why? Because Joseph shall put his hand upon thine eyes. Joseph's gonna cover you. You know what I'm saying? He is gonna make sure that you are covered to where you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You understand me? You ain't even gotta look around. You ain't even gotta look for nothing. You understand me?
If I may, all you gotta do is go to Egypt and become a great nation.
Right.
An exceedingly great army.
Right.
Come. Verse 5. And Jacob rose up from Beersheba.
Give me a second. Jacob, it didn't say Jacob. All right, so look, y'all see right there in between, let's say thine eyes, that's the end of what the Most High was telling Jacob. Right. And then verse 5.
And Jacob rose up.
So Jacob rose up, like he ain't asked no questions. He ain't all right. He didn't even come out. He just went get straight to work.
Right.
Get straight to doing what the Most High tell me to do. You understand me? It don't take it. That's how you know the spirit of someone who the Most High is with. You feel me?
Right.
Because it don't take them no. We don't. All we need to do is hear the Most High give us instruction. We don't gotta be giving no super breakdowns of why I need to do this or why is pork bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to know pork give hypertension. If the Lord tell me that pork is bad, guess what? I'm not eating pork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If the Lord tell me that I shouldn't be smashing my brother's wife, then guess what? He can leave his wife at my house, and guess what? I'm not gonna do nothing to her but treat her like a sister and treat her like my brother's wife.
Right.
You understand me? I'm gonna treat her with the utmost respect. You understand me?
Damn.
This is how you know who follows the Lord and who doesn't follow the Lord. And this is how you know that the Christian church does not follow the Bible.
Right.
Because they don't, when the Lord says do something, they find a way to wiggle themselves out of it, because I mean, Christianity is built, and I got you.
No such.
Christianity is built from the Edomites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the Edomites is the serpent. You feel
Right.
me? So they gonna wiggle their way out of something. So shoot, you gonna follow your father.
Right.
You are who your father is, the devil.
Right.
You feel me? You gonna wiggle your way up out the situation. You feel me?
Right.
The Lord say you to do this, and you gonna suffer. Well, in Thanksgiving, if I bless my food, then it should be all right, right? Right? No, wrong.
Right.
Wrong.
Right.
This nigga
If
on fire.
I may, I don't need the sky to be open, and I don't need the Spirit of the Lord to fall down on YAHANNA.
Look here.
And say, this is my son, hear ye him, and I won't need to send him disciples, right, for a sign to be,
To follow.
I'm just gonna get up and I'm just gonna do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right? I mean, these people here, brother, I don't know why they can't decipher why John the Baptist was not in the truth or a
Let them
damn
know.
follower of Christ.
Let them know.
You see what I'm saying? It's very simple. If you have your own disciples to send to another man, that means you have people that follow you. You see what I'm saying? It's very simple, man. You sat up there and you saw and then you need another sign to reconfirm that sign. You understand? So the first thing I do after I try to baptize a brother or sister and tell them the truth about the Bible, if I hear them say, well, I need to pray about it, so you need to seek a sign, what other nigga have you heard come and tell you that niggas are the best thing before sliced bread, man?
If I could.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm glad you brought that up. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, the Spirit of the Lord. All right, now, okay. I hate to tangent, but we got to get into this John the Baptist thing. Now, the Spirit of the Lord. All right, for one, you've been prophesying your whole life that a brother was gonna come through and surpass you.
Good
You've
night.
been prophesying your whole life.
You know what I'm saying?
Not only was it a brother, but it was your
Your
kinfolk.
cousin.
Right.
It was your kinfolk. So you've been knowing in this brother.
Your
You know
little
what I'm saying?
cousin.
Your
Your
little
Little
cousin.
cousin.
You know what I'm saying? You knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? You said that you wasn't gonna be able to tie his shoe. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't gonna be able to lace his shoes up. You know what I'm saying? You knew that. You knew that you was going to have to give up the power that you had. The Spirit of the Lord came out the sky when you baptized him.
Right.
And descended like a dove. You know what I'm saying? And not to put an image in your head, you know what I'm saying, of it being a dove, because it doesn't say that. It said descended like a dove. So shit, it was a spirit. You know what I'm saying? It could have just right, like you like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying?
Beware of Christianity.
Right. It's coming out the sky. It descended like a dove, right? All right, so Pete. It is descended like a dove. You understand me? Right after that, what you do? You go back to water baptism. After you done told everybody after this, the water, we ain't gonna be baptized in water no more. We're gonna baptize in spirit. Right after you said that, you go right back into water baptism.
Right.
Bro, that's hypocrisy, bro. That's hypocrisy.
Right.
Like imagine, the brother was so popular. I can imagine that people would still follow him even after hearing him say that. You know what I'm saying? Because they just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I've been doing it because that's what niggas do. You know what I'm saying? That's how niggas. That's why it's hard to get these niggas out the Christian church, even though the Bible been telling you that the Christian church been lying your whole life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard. You know, I can understand. You feel me? But I don't understand why John did it.
Right.
I don't understand why John didn't humble himself
Right.
and follow Christ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or didn't follow the Most High. You feel me? Because there's no way he could have been following the Most High if the Most High been giving him a message his entire life. You understand me? His entire prominence. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as the message come to pass, then he kept going doing what he been doing instead of going after what the message that the Most High been giving him the whole time.
Right.
Like what? Like, and that brother is the brother that y'all saying is in the truth still.
Right. Good.
He still had it. Or he still was on a different mission.
Damn.
A different mission.
Yeah.
The only nigga that didn't have to listen to
You know what I'm
Christ.
saying? Like what? Like what? What? Like what
Man.
makes like
Oh,
make it make sense? Like what? Like what? Like how? What gave John the Baptist the authority to not follow Christ?
Right.
What gave him the power to not follow Christ? It ain't in here.
Right.
It ain't in here. We don't see nothing where it said that John had the ability to. All right, everybody, you follow Christ and y'all go get the lost sheep. But John, don't worry about John. John, he all right.
He
dipping in water.
He keep
cool.
dunking niggas.
He cool. You know what I'm saying? He over there at the pool.
He can keep making
You know what
wet
I'm saying?
sinners.
He had the lake.
He on fire.
That nigga, that nigga's the lake.
Fire today.
He doing the thing.
He
At the
can
lake.
keep making wet sinners.
You know what I'm saying?
If I may, sir, to tie it back. Read verse 5 out. This is what John did not do.
And Jacob rose up.
He did not rise up
Right.
after hearing the word of the Lord.
Right. If I could go
He
ahead.
on fire today, man.
Right.
On fire today.
We can't even go to the next words.
Right.
You feel me? We still on fire.
Right.
Look, Pete. What the brother saying is heavy. When after John the Baptist finished, John the Baptist could have said whatever he wanted to say after the baptism.
Right.
He went to sleep that night. He rose up and went back to doing what he was already doing.
Right.
Instead of rising up and going and following the man that he had been foretelling about for who knows how long.
Since he was in his father's loins.
Nigga, Salaki.
If I may,
brother.
In the priesthood.
if I may.
Like, seriously? Like, and y'all wonder why the I.S.U.P.K says John was not in the truth.
Good night.
You feel me? Like, if Christ tells you and this is one that the captains brought out, that it was so heavy, I was like, golly. So, if Christ said that he that teaches you to go against the law will be the least of the kingdom, and he said John will be under the least of the kingdom,
Right.
then that means that he will be under niggas who be teaching against the law.
Good night.
Like, golly. Like, and he in the truth.
Right.
But the people that you calling a Christian pastor, you say the Christian pastor not in the truth.
Take him that mic that's right there. It's plugged up. He'll be
Salaki,
Officer
sir.
Habana in the back.
You telling the Christian pastor that he's not in the truth. But then you saying John is in the truth. So
Right.
John, he can basically skip over everybody.
Right.
Like, he got the power to skip over everybody. That shows that y'all have a respect of persons.
Right.
You feel me? What you got?
Hey, Salaki, sir, if I could,
Uh-huh.
if a nigga that was following Christ and stopped following Christ is not in the truth,
Good
how the hell
night.
can a nigga that never followed Christ is in the truth?
Man,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just, you know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ, like, it just don't make no sense how people trying to make John just because he was a great man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Matter of fact, he was the greatest until, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as on at that time, wasn't nobody messing with John.
That's right.
And then he even said, hey, this man that's coming after me is far greater than me.
Right.
And he never followed him.
Right.
But Judas at least was with the pack.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Judas made it to the
He was
end.
with the pack, right? You know what I'm saying? And you know what's so heavy? The men above us teach us that, you know, he that endured to the end.
That's right.
That's who's in the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you ain't never even endured,
You know what I'm saying?
ain't
He
no
even
way in
started.
hell you can be in the truth, sir. It's a lot.
You didn't even rise
Right,
up, nigga.
Hey, man, that's I mean, what all my brothers bringing out is heavy. It just lets you know that in the I.S.U.P.K, we are the home of the truth. We will tell you the right and the wrong from the Bible. We will let you know who was correct and who wasn't correct. We don't have a respect of person. We understand when brothers fall short of greatness.
Right.
You understand me? And John the Baptist was one of those brothers. He fell short. You understand me? And the reason why we're able to teach that is not to shame John the Baptist. It ain't to shame him. It's to teach y'all what not to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's to teach y'all that even a brother of great renown can fall. You feel me? Even a brother who was supposed to be the greatest before Christ. He was the greatest before Christ.
Right.
Right before Christ, John the Baptist was the man.
Right.
And guess what? He was considered the least of the least of the least in the kingdom.
Right.
In the kingdom.
You know what I'm saying? Now, what that tell you about yourself? You feel me? What that tell you about you not following Christ? If you don't follow Christ, I'm too old.
And if I may, sir, what that goes to show you, like, just if you don't follow the who you're supposed to follow, who the Lord arranged and set up for you to follow, you'll pay with your head.
Right.
That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
John was the greatest man in the earth before Christ, but while Christ was in the earth, he was the only one to die.
Right.
Good night.
I mean, to double down on that, if John was following him, then he wouldn't even been in jail.
Right.
He wouldn't have been in jail. He wouldn't have had to send no disciples to ask him who he was. He would have been riding with him. He would have been. Now, it's an even heavier point. I was talking to my mother-in-law about it when we was watching the debate. Imagine if John had followed Christ. He would have been at the right hand of Christ.
Ooh, Salaki, if I may. Most High in Christ, you got your mother-in-law to watch the debate.
Hey, everybody in the house had to watch it. Everybody in the house had to watch that. There wasn't no choice about that.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? TV on that. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So Pete, if John the Baptist had to follow Christ, he would have been at the right hand of Christ, and Peter would have been at the left hand, and we wouldn't have been Judas wouldn't have been in the picture.
I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? Judas would have been one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? One of them niggas. You feel me? He would have had two strong men, you know what I'm saying, on both sides. You feel me? But he didn't.
We can always find a nigga to handle the money. That's a heavy task, though.
That is a heavy task.
I tell you what.
I get you not.
This nigga on fire today, boy.
You want it?
I got some sleep.
Come. Salakia. Not to be Christian, but the altar is open.
Right.
Come. Won't you come? Hey, get back to 5. Get back to verse 5, man. Let's get back to it, man. We having too much fun here. Let's get back. Let's get back right.
Oh, mercy.
The book of Genesis, chapter 46, verse 5 in English. And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob, their father, and their little ones, and their wives, in the wagons which Pharaoh had sent to carry him.
As I already explained, Pharaoh doubled down on what Joseph said and sent him everything he needed to get his people back over to Egypt.
Right.
Come on.
I mean, and if I may, real quick, the heathens will prepare you away. If the Most High got it set up, you know what I'm saying? Pharaoh sent those chariots for for Israel, brother. So the nation can ride properly, brother. Ride like royalty. You understand what I'm saying? To become a great nation in another land, brother.
Right. Come on, sir. Verse 6. And they took their cattle and their goods, which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob and all his seed with him.
So they moved to Egypt.
Verse 7. His sons and his sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed, brought he with him into Egypt. And these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt.
All right, so look, so
Nice.
it's just basically confirming what we've been saying. He brought all his people. You know what I'm saying? His sons, his son's son, his daughters, and his son's daughters. You know what I'm saying? Into Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Just so he made sure he had all his people with him. You understand me? Now we're gonna get a rundown. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know who all his sons and his sons' sons and his daughters, his daughter
Right.
is.
And if I may,
Uh-huh.
the Lord does not change, brother.
Get it.
Come. And these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt: Jacob and his sons, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn.
Yeah, I remember Reuben, right? Reuben, I told you so, brother.
Right.
You going?
Come. And the sons of Reuben, Hanak, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi, or Carmi. Verse 10. And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Jachin, and Zohar, and Shual, the son of the Canaanitish woman.
He almost ain't make it.
See to your father.
Right.
05 today, boy. 05. I love when they usher the party.
And Most High Christ, the Lord had to point that out.
Put the ish on it though.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
It came.
right.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
It could have probably
Ruth
been,
was nobody's woman.
you know what I'm
So I'm
saying?
saying
Probably
ish.
could have been of our flesh, but she just was from the land of Canaan.
Right.
We're going to say that.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We can only go by what the scriptures say.
Good.
Go by what the scriptures say. All right, no sweat. Shalom.
Keep
Shalom.
on, sir.
All right, with that, no, we're gonna make it. We're gonna go change it out since we got brother Boots here.
Brother, this brother is.
Most High in Christ for the brotherhood.
Mind
Showing
you,
up in
brother,
Sabbath.
look,
yeah, you know what I'm
This
saying?
brother is looking like a terrible power.
I miss my brother, man.
He'll vex the generals with what he got on. Good night.
Yeshaya, Banya, Hawada, Banya, Shalom.
Yeshaya, Banya, Hawada, Banya, Shalom.
Y'all Bashi, y'all Shabrakatah.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shem Barakatah.
Banya, Shalom.
Yeshaya. All right. Start at 11. Book of Genesis, chapter 46, verse 11 in the Hebrew. Wabana, la, wabanya, wabanya, la ya, Karashawan, Kwahat. One more right. One more. Wamar Raya. Verse 12. Wabanya. Yahawada. Ara. Ar. Wa. Awanan. Wa Awanan. Washala.
Waparataza, Wazara, Wazarat, Wayamat, Wayamat, R. Awanan, Barataza, Kanaan, Wayahawa, Wayahayawa, Banya Parataza, Harazawan, Wahamawal. Verse 13. Abanya, Wabanya, Yashakar, Tawala, Tawalai, Wapawa, Wayawab, Wasim, Washamarwa. Verse 14. Wabanya, Sabalawan, Sarad, Wa Lawan, Wa Alawan, Waya call Allah. Waya call Allah. Verse 15. Allah, Banya, La'a, La'a, La'a.
Oh yeah, you got a Samsung. No wonder.
La'a, Asar, Ashar, Yalada, Layaikwa, Padan, Aram, Watha, Dana'a, Diana, Bathwa, Ka'al, Napash, Banyuwa, Waban Watyinawa, Waban Watnawa, Watyinawa, Waban Watyinawa.
No. You saying yeah, no one is yeah what?
Oh, Yawa, Aban Wat Yawa, Aban Wat Yawa. Shalashim, Washash, verse 16. Upon you, God, Wabanya, Wabanya, God, Wabanya, God, Tazapayawan, Wahaka,
The name is Kagaya, but it's Wa Kagaya. Wa is A.
What?
Kagaya is
Wakagaya,
Shawana.
Shawanyu, Wa Arad, you were Wa Aradya, oh, okay, I see. Wa Aradya,
So like Wa our what? So little deep. So like when you got the Wa right there, like right now we going over all names. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna have a whole lot of why this, why that, why this, why that. Why means and. You know what I'm saying? So if you take the why off, then that means you take the and off. So you just take the why off, and then that's his name. So his name is Arawadya. That's how you say Arodi. Arawadya. You know what I'm saying? So when you say and Arodi, it's why Arawadya. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of tongue, or you know what I'm saying? It kind of make your lips fold. You know what I'm saying? Why Arawadya? Arawadya.
Aradya, Wa Ara, and you know, you kind of like
Awaradya.
Wa Aradya. And this one is like the same thing.
Why Araalya?
Wa Aradya,
Araalya.
Araalya, Wa Araalya. Verse 17. Wa Banya, Ashar, Yamana, Wa Yashua, Wa Yashua. This one is Wa Yashua. Same like
Wayashwaya.
Wa Yashua.
Wayashwaya.
This
one is Wayash. Wayashawa. This is Wayashawaya.
Oh,
Wayashawaya.
Wa Yashua, Wa Yashua, Wa Yashua, Wa Yashaya,
Wayashawaya.
Wa Yashua, Wa Yashua, Abba Ara,
Why? Why Barya I?
Wa
Why Barya Aya?
Wa Ba Ya Ira,
Barya Aya.
Wa Ba Ya Ira,
Barya I. It ain't no rough. Turn it on. Why Barya Aya?
Wa Ba Ya I,
Like Mariah.
so it's Wa Ba Ya Ira.
No.
Why
Barya Aya.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's I but it's when you say it together, it kind of get that yeah sound.
Kind
Like Baraya.
Wa Ba Ya I,
Baraya.
yeah.
Baraya.
Bara Wa Ba Ya I, yeah. Ashara, Hathiyam,
Akatham.
Akatham, Wabana, Wabanya, same word. Barya Aya, Habar, Kabar, Wam, Maka'al, Malaki'al. Verse 18. How many verses? Go. Verse 18. Allah banya zapa'a zapa'a. That's right, zapa'a.
Son of Pies.
Come.
Salaki, if I could, we just gonna give it a second. Keep going out. Keep going.
Come. Verse 18. Allah banya Zalpa.
Zalapa.
Zalapa, Ashar, Nathan, Laban, Lala'a, okay. La'aha, this one. Batal, Batwa, Watalad, Ata, Allah, Layaikwa, Shash, Ara, Aishara, Napash. Verse 19. Banyua, Banya, like recall, a shot, Yaikwa, Yawasop, Yo, Waba Yamin, Waba Yamin, verse 20. Waya Walad, Wayasu, La Wayasap, La Wayasap, La Yawasap, Ba Rataza, Matazarayim, Ashar, Yalad, Yalada, Ashat, Salaski, Lawa, Ashat,
Ashanat.
Asanat. Fatah. Bat. Pawatya. Pawatya. Parai. Kahan. Right?
Know that one.
This one is
That brother is mighty.
this one is on Bond. Right here.
46 to 20.
Manashat with Wa'ata. Wa'at. Aparayim. Oh yeah, okay. In the English, so I'll start with Genesis chapter 46, verse 11 in the English. And the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kahat, and Merari.
So again, just so y'all know, we've been talking. He been going over the Hebrew for a minute. So just to keep y'all in focus, you know what I'm saying. Right now, what we're doing is explaining all the sons and the sons of the sons and the sons, all the people that came with Jacob. You know what I'm saying. All the people that rode in tow over Egypt with, according to where Joseph wanted them to come through. You know what I'm saying.
Verse 12. And the sons of Judah are and Onan and Shelah and Faraz and Zerah and and Onan died in the land of Canaan. The sons of Faraz were Hezron and Hamar. Verse 13. And the sons of Issachar, Tolah and is it Favah? And Favah and Job and Shimron. Verse 14. And the sons of Zebulun, Sarai, Elon, and Jalil. Verse 15. These be the sons of Leah, which she bore unto Jacob, and Panaram, with his daughters, with his daughters, Diana, all the souls of his sons and his daughters were 33.
So he had, with Leah, as you see, he had Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun with Leah. You know, excuse me. Well, yeah. And so, with his sons and his daughter and his grandsons all combined, it was 33 people. That's the greatness of having multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes multiple wives great. Because at the end of the day, you being the grandfather, you're gonna have like 57 grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, maybe you may not remember all their names, but if you can teach them all in one whop, you know what I'm saying? When you teach all their fathers, then their fathers are gonna teach them. So shoot, you basically teaching them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing. Like that's why we pass the power down. You know what I'm saying? We pass the power of our fathers. We gotta pass it down to our sons, so that our sons can pass that down to their sons, so that our great grandsons will know the power. Because the power's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? That was important then. It should be important now. But you know what I'm saying? With Christianity, we've seen a dilution of not only the power, but the life in the spirit of the word of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? you're not getting that at all in the Christian church.
Right.
And it's being passed down as that. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like having grape juice, you know what I'm saying? Versus by the time you get to generations after, you passing down grape Kool-Aid as grape juice. Or not only grape Kool-Aid, but you passing on purple colored water as grape juice. But it's water. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be water. You know what I'm saying? Purple colored sand is grape juice. You know what I'm saying? It don't even quench your thirst. You know, it make you thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like that's what Christianity is in reference to what is being passed down from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? What we need to be passing down is the juice. We need to be passing down the straight drop. We don't need to be passing down the water down, the water down, the water down, the water down, the water down until it ain't even juice no more. Until it don't even got a flavor no more. It don't even got a color no more. Feel me? Now it's all colors can have this color, this juice. When in actuality the juice was purple from the get-go. You understand what I'm saying? This is what y'all should understand what the Christian church brings to the word of the Most High. You understand me? And this is why the word of Salaki, this is why the Christian church is not authorized to pass this down. The I.S.U.P.K is authorized to pass it down because we are passing down grape juice. Not only are we passing down grape juice, we're passing down how to make the juice out of the grapes. You understand me? We're passing down how to break the scriptures down, how to break the word of the Most High down in spirit and in truth, how to discern it. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting that in the Christian church. What you're getting is the regurgitation. You're basically getting a brother who's drinking purple colored water and he's spitting it into your mouth. You're spitting it into somebody else's mouth. It's disgusting, ain't it? Ain't that disgusting to think about? That's the Christian church. That's the Christian church. You're taking the spit out of another man's mouth. It's homosexual, ain't it? Ain't it? It's worse. It's absolute disgusting. You feel me? And that's what it is. You understand me? Keep going. We got some more? I mean, we right now again we going over the sons. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna hear some more. We're just gonna hear more of Jacob's descendants, so you understand get a full understanding of all those that came with him. You know what I'm saying? That was just 33 people right there, and that was just with one wife. 33 people descended from that one wife. Keep going.
Come. Verse 16. And the sons of Gad. Come. And the sons of Gad, Zephon, and Haggai, Shani, and Esbon, Arai, and Aradai,
Yeah, that shit loud.
Aradai,
Aralai.
and Aralai. Verse 17. And the sons of Asher, Jimna,
Aishua.
and Ishua,
And Asai.
and Asawai, and Bara'ah,
Bariah.
and
Bariah.
Bariah, and Sarah, their sister, and the sons of Barai, Habar,
Heber,
Heber, and Mount
Malchiel,
Michael. Verse 18. These are the sons of Zilpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and these she bore to Jacob, even 16 souls.
So Zilpah was Leah's handmaid that Laban gave to Leah, and also that was Jacob's wife. Jacob had 16 souls come up under came up out of that union. You know what I'm saying? So not only was it Gad, Asher, not only was it Gad and Asher, but all the kids that came under him equal to 16 people. So that's 33 people plus 16 people. That's what? 49? 49 people. Right there. Them just 2 wives. That's 49 descendants out of 2 wives. You feel me? And y'all, and when we say that polygyny creates a small army, y'all think that we playing, but it do. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have, like, Zilpah only had what was that? Zilpah had 2 sons out of that deal. But the sons had kids. You feel me? Following their father's path. They had kids. You feel me? And it equaled up to 16 people. You feel me? Like, that's how you build a nation. That's how. You feel me? And when y'all when you know what I'm saying, you go by the Western standard and you just want to stick to, you know what I'm saying, these small numbers, that's fine. That's fine and dandy if that's what you want to do. However, to build a nation under righteous understanding and rulership, righteous leadership, righteous upbringing, then you have to be able to mass produce that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pertinent to mass produce it in order for it to be mass distributed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way we're gonna be able to change the world if all of us are having one wife, one kid. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a long time. You know what I'm saying? Versus us having a lot of wives and a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? However many wives you want, with a lot of kids.
Right.
We need kids. Because with kids, and we teach those kids, you know what I'm saying? Now, those kids can filter into the world and not only bring up kids of their own, which they'll have as quite possibly have as much kids as you had, but they can filter into the world the truth. So that, you know what I'm saying, imagine you send 1 kid to a school versus you send 5 kids to a school. Now you got 5 kids splintered out in different grades, teaching 4 or 5 kids the truth in different grades. They following him because they know that he a leader because he was taught by a leader. You know what I'm saying? So now they following him and now they doing whatever he do. So, you know what I'm saying, you got a kid come in with a pork chop sandwich and now they clowning him because he came in with a pork chop sandwich. Now all of a sudden, anybody who bring pork in the cafeteria getting clowned.
Right.
That's called setting a trend. I mean, but that's something that we've been doing for eternity. Our people been setting trends. When we gonna start setting trends on the righteous things?
Right.
The only way we're gonna be able to do that is if we build up men under us and spread this truth.
And if I could, sir, the point that you bringing out so heavy, like when you got a clan of your kids in the school, you also got shamar for your family while they're in the school. You understand? Like, ain't nobody just gonna talk to your daughter any type of way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no kids gonna treat your sons any type of way. But guess what? You know what I'm saying? Because when they come home, we done found out that somebody didn't put hands on your brother. Well, why you didn't come to your brother's defense? You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't come to your sister's defense? So I tell you what, you know what I'm saying? Before I execute my judgment, when you go back to the school, you better stand up for your brother, stand up for your sister, because brotherhood is a weapon.
Right.
Common,
Right.
sir.
Right. And that, man, that's something that anybody in the world can understand.
Right.
Everybody in the world should be able to understand that, especially if you have siblings that you came into school with. If you don't have siblings that you came into school with, you do know of people that had siblings in the school, and if you touch one of the younger siblings, then you know what happens after that. You knew what happened after that.
That's right.
You knew not to mess with such and such because her big sister ain't about that action. Well, excuse me, ain't about that bull crap.
Right. They about that action.
They about that action. I misspoke. They about that action and they not about that madness. You understand what I'm saying? This is something that also comes. I mean, it's so many benefits of having. I mean, and what y'all gotta understand also is this. See, because some sisters can't have a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the I.S.U.P.K is here for. Because now that one sister that can only have one kid has brothers and sisters that are in the truth with them. You feel me? So they go to the same school, or maybe they go to a different school. Who knows? But they know one thing: if you mess with my little brother or my brother from a different mother, it's still going down. It's still going down. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing we building up with all them heads in the back. You feel me? That's what we trying to build. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Because 10, 15 years from now, excuse me, maybe less than that. You know what I'm saying? From now, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come a time where something like that may occur. You feel me? And our kids got to be prepared with that kind of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? With that kind of wisdom of brotherhood is a weapon.
Right.
And the only way they're gonna learn that is if their fathers is learning that. You know what I'm saying? So they can pass it down to them.
Mm-hmm.
Got something?
Oh yeah, come sir. Like I remember we was touching on like you had brought up, you know what I'm saying, why it's righteous for a brother to have more than one wife too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you know, like what you brought up was a heavy point about some sisters can't have no kids.
Right.
Some sisters can only have one or two. You know what
I'm saying?
And why deprive that brother of having a fruitful, you know what I'm saying, like in his seed, like it's selfish. Like I understand sisters, you know, one thing about it, like sisters like shy away from the truth and stuff because they don't like the fact to deal with a man that because he want multiple wives.
Check.
And I understand that it's righteous to even want the brother to be able to have, you know what I'm saying, some kid, like say he got a woman that can't have kids.
Right.
Well, the brother been longing for kids for a long time. So why deprive him of that? It's a selfish thing. You know, it's not like we don't want to look at it like, oh, I don't want him. I can't share him. That's one aspect of your selfishness.
Right.
But the fact that you don't want to let this man have kids, that's
heavy.
And that's against the Most High because the Lord say, "Be fruitful and multiply."
Right.
So I just wanted to say that.
And I mean that.
Yeah,
the
brother.
Yeah. That's very true. You know what I'm saying? That is a huge aspect. What a lot of women don't really understand is that a brother wants to be able to pass down his knowledge to somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As growing up and coming into the adulthood, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they got some brothers that's lone wolves, whatever. We're not talking about that. We talk about the righteous men who are leaders. You know what I'm saying? The leader always wants to pass down he's going to have to pass down his knowledge or his crown, rather. You know what I'm saying? To make it to personify it, to give some kind of imagery to it. He's gonna have to pass down his scepter. You know what I'm saying? And when he passes it down, he's gonna have to pass it down to somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you can't provide that for him, then why deprive him of that? You know what I'm saying? Not only is it selfish, but it's absolutely wicked. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, how is the brother going to how is he going to be the leader that he has been built to be? You know what I'm saying? He can't be all that and you know, they say that all the time. You get into a relationship, you're supposed to make that you're supposed to be able to allow that man to be the greatest man that he can be. How are you going to allow him to do that if you're being selfish about how he becomes that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And why stop him from being that
when the Lord allows him to be that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of things, and I understand. You know, we've all been raised in America, where in America they instilled these values into people where you feel that it's your right to be selfish. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that America has instilled in your brain. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now it's people's right to claim what they want to be. You know what I'm saying? I could be a chair if I want to be it. You know what I'm saying? I can say that I identify as a brick. You know what I'm saying? And in America, they give you the right to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this like, and it's the madness that, I mean, you've seen how the madness has escalated, or has what's the word I'm looking for? Has evolved.
Good. Nice.
You know what I'm saying? The madness has evolved from being selfish to not only being selfish, but being ridiculous and stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, imagine how would that ridiculousness evolve in our children's lives?
Right.
That's why we got to raise our children in righteousness. We gotta try to steer them away from that path of ridiculousness. You know what I'm saying? Steer them away from that path of selfishness. Steer them away from that path of goofiness. You know what I'm saying? Because America is gonna teach your children goofy all day long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If I may, sir.
Tawada, America is going to teach your children Stockholm syndrome, right? America is going to teach your children insanity.
Absolutely.
Right? Voting is insanity. Trying to tie yourself to this place is insanity. Absolutely. Niggas have been trying to do this since 1619. You see what I'm saying? That's what America's going to teach you, that it's okay to call yourself like what you said, sir. I feel like the Lord created me to be a woman. You see what I'm saying? That is insane. I mean, that's not insanity. That's a mental disease.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This country runs off insanity. It runs off the greatest people in the earth being insane, suffering from Stockholm syndrome, and having a mental disease. Right. As long as we can stay in that state to where we need to be drugged through crack cocaine or marijuana, you understand what I'm saying? Our oppressor can stay the devil of the earth, man.
Right quick. Before we get to you real quick, hopping out just to backdoor him real quick. The reverse psychology is so strong with America. You know what I'm saying? They make you think that you decided that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They make you think that you decided that you wanted to be this, but in actuality, you've been led to believe this your entire life and your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? They have individual upbringing. Like, I mean, even they've already established that being a homosexual is not genetic. You know what I'm saying? It's more environmental than anything. You know what I'm saying? So that means that all your environment, your particular environment, you've been led to this homosexual path. You feel me? But America would lead you to believe that you was born homosexual. Thinking that you was in the womb, you was thinking about, you know what I'm saying? When you was a baby, you was thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? When you was an infant, when you just learned how to crawl, you was thinking about that. Because, I mean, if you was born about it, then when you was crawling, you was still about that same thing, right? You don't just start and stop, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you was homosexual, born homosexual, you homosexual, according to what America, you know what I'm saying, leads you to believe. We all know that it's madness. You know, so we all know that it's insanity, it's a mental disorder, like the brother said. What you got?
So I just wanted to add another a situation, you know what I'm saying, where one of the most common things is sisters will keep a man away from his child, right? Because like he coming to the truth. Mm-hmm. And they say, you in that cult, you ain't finna have all these different women around my kids. Mm-hmm. But that same woman will have 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 niggas, around, they in and out the house around their children before they even make 10. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want your child around his father because his father got multiple wives. But you bringing niggas in and out the house. Like the child don't know who like to call daddy. Before the age of 10, he done seen different niggas then come and spend the night and hang out. Let's go to the movie. Like it's madness.
It's madness. And look, and what make that so heavy? And you give him a hand. What make that so heavy is that you don't even realize it until you start getting into the streets.
Right.
And you like, God dang, my mama had a whole lot of uncles. Like, dang, I mean, like, I mean, it was a lot of men that was around my house. You know what I'm saying? And my mama was, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't realize it, and God forbid you got to call your mama a whore. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You feel me? Like that's what your mama was doing. You know what I'm saying? And your mama wasn't doing that because she was born wanting to do that. You understand? I mean, this is where the understanding has to come in at. This is America is teaching our women that. America is teaching our men to subscribe to that type of stuff. We have to be the change of that. And that's why in the I.S.U.P.K, we always in class. We stick to the script. We surround ourselves with each other. We hold each other accountable. We do things in order to keep ourselves in line because we don't want the young brothers back there talking about, man, I had about 5-6 uncles and they wasn't really uncles. You know what I'm saying? Like when they turn 25, they find out, well, dang, I don't even think them was really my uncles. My mama used to be hanging out with them in the room when I was playing games.
Right.
And I heard a lot of screaming. Why you and Uncle always screaming at each other? I mean, these type of things that you just come to realize as you become older. You know what I'm saying? It's a horrible thing to realize. So I pray that y'all come to some sort of understanding and understand that. Yeah, you may call us a cult. We are under one understanding. You know what I'm saying? We are under understanding that it's opposite of what is secular. You know what I'm saying? We don't follow what is popular belief. According to the definition, we could be a cult. But if you want to think about what a cult is, Christianity is the greatest cult.
Right.
And Christianity is the greatest cult in that they follow the most occult things. You know what I'm saying? And they it's all about Kool-Aid and Christianity. You've been drinking Kool-Aid your whole life. Now it's time to drink juice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I.S.U.P.K, we tell you how to bust them grapes down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to worry about your kid having multiple uncles. Unless they really their uncles. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no multiple uncles in here. Unless your kid's gonna grow up to have older brothers, and when it's uncles, then we're really brothers to your son's mother. You know what I'm saying? If we could, let's get these last two in. Let's go ahead. We're about to wrap it in a minute. Salakia, the spirit of the Lord gets so heavy. You know what I'm saying? We had class every week, and I'm just explaining to y'all why Sabbath service is like we break down a lot of things, man, because there's a lot of we don't have camp no more, right? To further notice, so we got to break these things down to y'all now, and we got to strike while this iron's hot, and we got to keep striking until we bust it, till we kick the door down. You understand what I'm saying? We got to bust a hole into the house. You know what I'm saying? And let the truth in, let the light in. That y'all been living in darkness. You know what I'm saying? Let me get these last two real quick.
So verse 19, the sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, Joseph and Benjamin. Verse 20, and unto Joseph in the land of Egypt were born Manasseh and Ephraim, which Asenath, the daughter of Potiphera, priest of On, bearer to him.
All right. With that, I mean, you know, this just lets you know Joseph had two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. We all know them to be the last two of the 12.
And they replaced the tribe of Dan.
Exactly. They replaced the tribe of Dan. You understand what I'm saying? And with that, we're gonna end it there. That's let me get a marker. Yeah, gonna end it right there. We're gonna start next week at 21. We're gonna try to get through it a little bit quicker next week. You know, there's a lot on our chest this week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, they starting to open up the states again, quote unquote. So we just got to make sure that y'all have the medicine that y'all need before these sick people start coming out here. You know what I'm saying? Again, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need this medicine and this truth. You know what I'm saying? The real vaccine, right? The real vaccine. When y'all get this real vaccine every day of the week, you know what I'm saying? Then Lord be with anybody else who don't have it. You know what I'm saying? With that, Imagine, we gonna stand. You go give me a horn blast real quick. Abijah Wapanya Hakodam. Sar, face the east. We're going to go over the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and English. You got Hebrew.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Shankar, Yahweh, Malakutah, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Ma'aratazah, Kuwa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Nakalanawa, Makam, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Wala'ah, Tabianawa, Abba, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wahatapara. I will love you. Amen. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. With that, Sar, I'm going to salute the Torah. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Oldest first. Oldest first.
No, they older than him.
Yeah, they older than him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying, what you talking about? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Come on, King.
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahassha,
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. All right, there you go. All right. All right. With that, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel, Amayim Shabbat, Amayim, Barak, Yazmatah, Saw, face the sisters. Courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Amayim Shabbat, Amayim, Barak, Yazmatah, dismiss. Salaki. Salaki.